Michael here. I thought I would drop in to show you a quick tutorial on how you can go ahead and get set up with the YouTube jailbreak along with the patient to jailbreak. So there is a project out now that we can take advantage of. And with this, we will be able to use this on PS5 firmware starting at 9.00 all the way up to 12.40. So in order for us to get started with this, the first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take advantage of Gajina's YouTube jailbreak. So I just saw right out an hour ago a brand new version of this just came out. So this is version 1.4. And so I'm not going to go too much into the release notes here, but in order to get started with this, since I have a 12.40 machine, I am going to need to grab the backup here. So the backup is going to erase all of the existing data that's on that, but you could use Y2JB download 0 if you already have the jailbreak. So once that finishes downloading, we will copy it to a USB drive, but one other thing that we will need to go ahead and get on our PC is that if you come over to this project right here, and then come over here to code, and then go to where it says download zip, that will get us the files that we're going to need in order to jailbreak. Now, while we're here, I did see that KStuff 1.05 has come out, and again, these are all brand new bits, and this goes from 3.00 to 12.70. So with this one, you could just come right here and then download the kstuff.elf. Okay, go ahead and attach a USB drive to your PC, and let's copy over some of the files. Okay, so I've just plugged in a USB drive here. It is formatted as exFAT. And here I've just opened up the Y2JB underscore backup 1.4, and we are going to select PS5 and just drag and drop it into the root of the folder. Okay, so back over on the PlayStation, this is my 12.40 machine that I've just been playing around with some of those Japanese Lua games. So if we come into console information, we can see we're on 12.40 there. Now, again, we are going to be restoring our PS5 here. So let's go to backup and restore, and then restore your PS5. And we're going to take YouTube jailbreak 1.4. And we are going to hit restore and then yes on that. Okay, we'll give this a few moments and we'll be right back. Okay, so now that our PS5 has rebooted, let's go over here to settings. And I'm going to go to network settings. And here I'm going to go to set up an internet connection. And I have a wired LAN in this instance. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the options on that, and then go to advanced settings. And for primary DNS, I'm just going to come back in here and I'm going to change this to 127.0.0.1. And we're going to hit done and then OK. And so we'll just go ahead and press X on that, and that should get us connected. Okay, so now at this point, let's go ahead and let's go to media and let's run the YouTube application here. So we'll give that just a second, and right there we can see it is listening on port 10.0.0.35 and then 50,000. So I am going to have to hit X on this screen, but now we should be able to see it in the background in case you need to remember what that IP address is. Okay, so over here in Netcat GUI, I am using the IP address there, the port being the 50,000 here, and I am setting over P2JB.js, and we'll hit inject payload here. And right there it is saying P2JB 1.0, the YouTube port of it. And so at this point, you really just are going to want to wait for a little while and see what happens. Okay, so here it is. It finally worked. It took multiple attempts. I've actually been trying this most of the day today, but what you can see is that it does go through each of the stages. So we've got stage 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then is where it calls the ELF loader. So we were able to get an ELF loader running on port 9021, and then it just continues to wait for another connection. So at this point, I can go ahead and open up Netk GUI, and what I want to do is I want to go ahead and run the bdj unpatched 13.20.elf file here. Now, as you know, Poopsploit only works up to 12.0. This is a 12.40 machine, so there really isn't anything that I can use right now to benefit from it, but we do know we can go ahead and unpatch BDJ at least up to 13.20. So again, I've got my IP address right here to my PlayStation 5, as well as I've got the port of 9021. So let's go ahead here and inject the payload. And right there you can see it. It says patched bdj stack.jar. Okay, so next up we are going to send kstuff.elf here. So this supports Firmware's 3.00 all the way up to 12.70. So let's hit inject payload here. And so right there we go. We have got welcome to kstuff Lite 1.06. So we can come right back over here into the settings, and we can scroll all the way down, and we can see, boom, we have got debug settings here. So that is very, very cool. And then, of course, if we scroll up here just a little bit, we can go to System, and then Console Information, and right there you can see we are on 12.40. So anyways, looking really good right now. So now if I wanted to, I could come back over here to Settings and go to Debug Settings, and if I connect a USB drive that has some PKGs on it, for example, and here I've gone ahead and I've provided to, we can go ahead and we can install all of these packages here. So we'll just give these a moment or two to finish up. And let's go back over here to the main menu, and right there it is, Star Wars Racer Revenge, the game that previously had prevented so many people from jailbreaking to these super higher firmwares, now is no longer required. So here I've got Star Wars Racer Revenge, and so if I press X on this one, well, here we are on a 12.40 PlayStation 5, and we are currently running Star Wars Racer Revenge, the fake package, completely on a 12.40, using YouTube Jailbreak and Patience to jailbreak. So anyways, it is really, really cool that you can go ahead and you can do some of these things. Now, I am aware that there are some issues, especially when people have been talking about don't come back in here and close the app. All of that will be fixed over the next little bit. But anyways, now at this point, I could go ahead and start enjoying some of my fake package games. So just like always, I will be doing more experiments over the next coming weeks. So take a look at the channel, and hopefully I'll see you back again. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael